This is the fireplace that I'm going to be making the resin surround piece for. The surround area is that brown area that goes all around the plaster dip flowers that I did. That's another video. So we cut a piece of plywood to fit that area. And typically you have to prime the wood because the resin will sink into the wood. I'm doing that with aluminum foil. I'm just crinkled it up and for texture and then laid it on top of some Elmer's glue. I took a brayer and rolled it out so that I wouldn't have any lumps or bumps. And I did the sides as well. This will prime it, and it will also be beautiful if the resin doesn't cover a certain area. This pretty crinkly aluminum foil will show through. You want to let it stay for one day before you pour the resin over. You want to make sure that the glue is dried. I'm using resin from the epoxy resin store. It's the premium quality. Start with the hardener, which is B. I used 1 red cup full, poured it into this red bowl, and then used part A to pour into a red cup and then poured it into the bowl to mix together. Next, set a timer for 3 minutes, and you want to stir and stir until there aren't any more white striations and it's completely clear. And this always takes 3 minutes. I'm using acrylic paint by Nova Paints. They are here in Los Angeles. Their pigments are wonderful and they are a fraction of the price of most acrylic paints. I'm using silver, brown, and a pearly white and a cream colored. I'm also using mica powders. I'm using a silver white, a bronze, and then I'm using glitter in gold and in silver. You want to use 1/10 paint and the rest resin. I just poured all of them on and used the pearl white to mix up some more because I didn't like the one color that was on there and I felt like it didn't have enough resin. Now I'm putting on the gold and the silver glitter. I usually put that on the end. I took my torch and blew out any bubbles that might have been there. And next I'm using my blow dryer to just move the paints into each other. So the right hand side is done. And now I'm mixed up some more resin with the paint and the mica powder and the glitter and doing half of the top of the mantle. So you can see I'm pouring in the gold and silver at the end and I'm blow drying it all together. And it just gives it a marbled look. Just so you can see how I'm stirring and how the paint to resin looks with a 1/10 paint. That was the brown, this is the pearl. And here's the mica powder and bronze. And then here's the white silver mica powder. This is the gold glitter. And now I'm pouring that whole side. There's really no exact method to it. Just pour on top of each other all around. You just want to move it all around the board. And it's great to have the foil underneath because if that shows through, that's no problem. I chose these colors because the walls in my bedroom where the fireplace are brown and the plaster dip flowers are creamy colored. Inside of the fireplace where I put the mirror, I also did silver candles, so I used silver in here. And then of course gold because I just love gold. Now I'm taking the drips that have dripped off the sides and finishing off the edges. The drips come down sometimes and they're just really pretty because they're a mix of all the different resins together, and that creates a beautiful edge, better than just blow drying it off the edges. So I did take a lot of time to finish the top and the two sides. This board will be attached to the wall using liquid nails. Here's the wall again, and here's the piece dried. And it has a beautiful glassy finish. It's almost reflective. It looks like marble. And using the 3 different textures of acrylic paint, mica powders, and glitter meant that the acrylic would go down to the bottom of the substrate. Mica powders will float up higher, and then glitter will float up even higher. So that gave it a 3-dimensional look, even though it's a flat surface. So here we are using the wood propped up against the bed to hold the board in place so that the liquid nails can dry. And we used painter's tape as well. Looks pretty dramatic, doesn't it? And the cat really likes it. Johnny. Here it is without all the boards, so you can see how it looks. It looks like marble. It's just gorgeous. It's different. I absolutely love it. I might even do another one around the TV on top. I haven't decided. I'm going to sit with this one first. But I love the way it came out. This is something that you can do very easily. It's just a matter of mixing the resin correctly, choosing the colors correctly, and pouring it on the board. Measuring the plywood's pretty important too. So I hope this inspired you to create a beautiful fireplace surround on your fireplace. Thank you so much for watching. Namaste.